Hi there. Happy to be back here again and happy to have you here again for our lovely time of discussion on things pertaining to rope access as we have it in the training assessment and certification scheme alongside the International Code of Practice and its annexes. We really don't have much time to go through the startup on every detail about the beginning of IRATA, but you can just check that up in the TACS document section 1. Yeah, I didn't tell you my rope access number. That's 134238. You can look up everything about my journey so far on certification as a rope access level 3 technician, and like I said, a training instructor. Yeah, that should suffice because of time. Now, what do we think? Yeah, let's come to it now. This guy wants to go for an upgrade to level 2, an upgrade to level 3. He has already the required hours and he has the requirements. Let's just leave it at that. He has the requirements for the upgrade, but he's not allowed to. Why? He's not allowed to. He's not allowed to get to the day of assessment. He's suddenly just told you can't go for this assessment for the upgrade. It's something quite confusing. We have to look up into this and try to understand why. Some of us already know why, but some of us, maybe myself, all right, we don't know why. So that's why we are here to go through these discussions and then understand what should be. And then also, what will we say? This one is always a heartbeat, okay? Irrespective of the fact that IRATA has told us what to do in the TACS document, what advice do we give to people whose logbook just goes missing? They can just spot the exact place where they place it or why it's gone missing. The logbook has lots of details in that, lots. You can't really even remember the first day, second day of your practice if you have really gone deep into the practice, and then you can just see the logbook. What's gonna happen now? That's a heartbeat. And another guy, what do we think of another guy? He wasn't quick enough to go for a revalidation. It takes 3 years for the certificate to get expired, but now there's always a price to pay if you do not run for your recertification, or it's called revaluation. Okay, what do you then think should be done if and just if the technician is not able to run for his revalidation, okay, 180 days before the expiry of his certificate? Now he has to go for a revalidation. Yeah, that's the word. That's the professional word, actually. That's not recertification. IRATA doesn't use that word. It's called revalidation. Okay, 180 days before expiry. Okay, so we already know the number of days for the validation of the certificate, which is 3 years. Now IRATA expects anyone going for a revalidation to run for that 180 days before its expiry. Now if you have it as 181, 182 days, and that there's a price to pay, but then it's not yet expired, but there will be a charge on it. Okay, it's also there in this training assessment and certification scheme, but we are not going to go through that. Whenever we get to make a discussion on that here, we'll look into it because of time. But now he wasn't able to meet up with all of this, irrespective of the fact that he should pay a price when it exceeds 180 days before expiry. He actually didn't even catch up with the time and the certificate is expired now. Okay, what should also be done? Some of us already know, some of us do not know yet. That's why we are all here together to make discussions on this. Okay, so let's get to the guy now that we talked about, that guy that already has every requirement and then is ready to scale up. He's happy, he's going to the next level, he's going to level 2, he's going to level 3. He's quite happy about that, but he's not allowed to have this assessment. It can be annoying to some persons. Okay, as a training instructor, I have seen that. I have seen sad times, I have seen angry times. Okay, it's only normal, it's only natural to feel sad, to feel angry when you are not allowed. I have the 1000 working hours, I have the 1 year experience, so why are you holding me back? Okay, there is another reason for holding someone back who already has 1 year experience. That's not going to be in another discussion, but right here there is another clause to it. Okay, so right now I got to understand when I got to go deeper into the practice, acquiring more knowledge and getting to a level 3 technician and a training instructor, that yes, just as IRATA requires, the Internal and Industrial Rope Access Trade Association requires, you have already gotten the requirements for an upgrade. What then is going to stop you from pushing forward for the upgrade? Now, what should be done before the upgrade is what IRATA calls a pre-course analysis. Yeah, a pre-course evaluation, not analysis. Sorry about that. I have to be careful about the words I use here. This is official document, and so you do not want to say the wrong things. Okay, it's called a pre-course evaluation. Most times this is necessary when the trainer or instructor sees that this technician doesn't really have the proper knowledge, okay, theoretical and skills at this present level where he is right now. Yeah, he wants to get up to a level 2, up to the level 3, but the guy wanting to go for a level 2 isn't just doing anything really right theoretically or practically about his syllabus as a level 1. The guy wanting to go to a level 3 is also having same shortcoming. He's not performing well even right there in his level 2 practice. No proper knowledge theoretically and practically, and so the trainer tries to do a pre-course evaluation, because there is no time for going through a refresher. Even if the refresher training IRATA has told me it's 1 day, there is no time for that, because the day 4 training is just 4 days before you can now have the assessment day. So it's expected that before going for the upgrade, we should have still a proper knowledge, accurate knowledge. As a level 1 going for a level 2, you can't do anything about the level 1 practice, and then you can now go for the level 2 training and assessment. As a level 2 candidate wanting to make a scale up and upgrade to level 3, you should be able to prove everything about the level 2 theoretical knowledge and practical. These are things that the trainer uses at the background to check you up first, to see this guy is able and all of that. Okay, so that's why anyone can be stopped from an upgrade Okay, so let's also talk about missing logbook. Yeah, because when you have to go for this upgrade from level 1 to 2, 2 to 3, you have to provide the logbook so that things can be confirmed. It can be confirmed. You have the working hours required, you have the number of days required. It has to be confirmed, but now you don't know where your logbook is. You can't just spot it out. All right, so IRATA has helped us out here. We are talking about the document section 4.3, upgrading to level 2 or level 3. That's where we are right here. You can also look it up right now as we discuss. So IRATA has helped us here, saying that yeah, if the logbook is missing, you can apply for another logbook to be gotten and then filled, and after filled, confirmed. All right, and then you can move up with the training and the upgrade. Okay, but this should be done, the confirmation should be done by the trainer member company. Okay, you can also allow the trainer member company put you through all this. Just get yourself together with the trainer member company so you don't even make any mistakes about request for a new one. And yeah, the guy that really couldn't meet up with the 180 days before expiry of his certificate, so that he doesn't have a price to pay, because IRATA has said there is a price to pay when it exceeds 180 days, even if it's not expired yet. But then this guy doesn't even meet up with any of this. His certificate is expired already. Now what should be done is, okay, for him to just get to a trainer member company and let the trainer member company be aware of this, and then he can actually be referred to that document in IRATA.org. You find it in IRATA.org. Yeah, that's called Procedures for IRATA Certification. When you go through this document, Procedures for IRATA Certification, you can then have deeper insights about what to do when the certificate gets expired. We won't have the time to go through that. You can just copy and paste. All right, copy this document from section 4.3 here in the TACS. You see it there, sorry. Procedures for IRATA certification. You just copy it, go to IRATA.org, in the search log there, paste it there, click the search, it brings it out. Once you don't have, IRATA.org has lots and lots of information, so you may have some difficult time spotting out this particular document or publication, Procedures for IRATA certification. So just copy and paste, and then you see everything that has to do with processes to make when the certificate gets expired. So you can put your friends through, friends that do not know much about this, or make reference to this video right here, or so that they can also get into these proper discussions we make every time. All right, so thanks to IRATA for giving us such details and informations as this, as we find in section 4.3 of the training assessment and certification scheme document. All right, so it's nice to have you here again. Looking forward to seeing you again. We have exceeded our maximum number of minutes, which is 12 minutes. Sorry about that. Okay, my name again, Patrick Obinna. My number 134238, a level 3 rope access technician and a trainee instructor. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless. Bye.